Hi everyone, I am Lambert Pangilinan, aka Direk Lambert. I am a commercial director and advertising photographer. This is a pre-recorded video and I will be watching with you and I'll be there to answer your questions, so just put your questions on the comment section down below. By the way, I have a YouTube channel, Direk Lambert, so please subscribe on that. And you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, you can like my Facebook page, and you can visit my website, lambertpangilinan.com. And shout out to my daughter, Sophia. She's a future director, and I would like to thank my wife, Christine, for my hair. So before we start, here's a brief history of myself. I have been on the advertising world for 2 decades now, and way back I was an art director for advertising agencies. By doing creative work, I learned the power of conceptualization and imagination. As time goes by, evolving into a commercial director and advertising photographer became a natural transition for me. Ever since I got my Canon 7D camera last May of 2010, my career as a commercial director and photographer grew. You know, this is a wonderful time to be a filmmaker. I will teach you the process of digital advertising, and I will also share to you some tips and tricks for you to start your journey at once. Please keep in mind na ang pag-create po ng commercial video ay hindi po kagad shooting yan. May mga process at stages na pinagdadaanan. Ituturo ko yan sa inyo lahat from start to finish. So if you're a photographer who wants to learn video making, or a videographer who wants to learn how to do commercials, or just someone who wants to upgrade your knowledge in doing advertising for digital content, this masterclass video is for you. Remember that change is the only permanent thing in this world. So adapting to change is very important for you to survive, especially on our situation right now. So sit back, relax, and welcome to my virtual studio. So what is commercial video? If you will search on Google, this will be the answer. It is a video that usually promotes a product, service, or brand. It is pushed out to an audience and backed by media spend. The goal of a video commercial is to raise awareness, acquire new leads, nurture existing ones, and increase conversions. So in short, we are creating commercial videos to sell or to market. It can be selling a product, market a service, or for brand building. So for me, there are critical factors in production of commercial videos. So number 1, the client should know what to expect. Second, the commercial video should target the advertising objective. Third, there should be clear agreement with the client, advertising agency, and the production house. So number 4, the production of the commercial should be well planned, because in advertising, a lot of things should be precise. Fifth, and of course, the commercial video should be of high quality. Even though before we call the 3 main above-the-line advertising media placements as tri-media. It is the print, radio, and TV ads. And on the side, we also have billboards, cinema ads, and in-store point of purchase advertising, or what we call POPs. So that time na nagkaroon na tayo ng high-speed internet and mobile devices, things has changed. People now consume almost all content sa internet. Then nagkaroon naman ng mga social media sites such as YouTube and Facebook. And as of this year, 2020, from Statista.com, YouTube has 2 billion active users. Then ang Facebook naman has 2.6 billion users. And of course, advertisers will go where the people are. Now they have a new playing field to reach their target market. And it is called as digital video advertising. And I am sure that this will still be the dominant force in the digital marketing universe in the next decade. So when we watch a short 30-second commercial, sometimes it looks so easy to make, but in reality, there is a long process on the creation of a digital video commercial. The three phases of commercial video production are pre-production, production, and post-production. So all projects starts with a client brief. Here, the client discusses the advertising objective, goal, and the requirements needed for the project. So you have to listen carefully and ask questions if you need to. Example, saan ba i-release ang commercial na yan? Or ano ba ang final requirements? Horizontal ba yan? Square or vertical video? So para ma-visualize mo na kagad kung ano yung gagawin mo. So after that, we will submit a quotation or cost estimate to the client. Upon approval of the cost, yay! Siyempre, very happy tayo kasi approve na ang cost natin at ready na tayo to start the project. Now, we need to think of ideas. Conceptualization and creation of storyboard is needed for our client presentation. Storyboard is essential for the video director to fully explain to the client his vision of the commercial video. Storyboard has the visual and audio description of the story or concept. In a smaller scale environment, you, as the video creator, goes and reports directly to the client. Maybe it's a startup client with a low budget project. In a larger scale or full-scale commercial video project, the setup is like this. There is a brand client, an advertising agency, and they hire a production house company to do the commercial video production. The production house team consists of the executive producer, the commercial director, assistant director, director of photography, or also known as DOP, or cinematographer, production manager, production assistant, talent caster, and production designer if needed. By the way, in a full-scale commercial production setup, the advertising agency is in the middle of the client and the production house. With that setup, the initial storyboard concept is coming from the advertising agency. Then once approved by the client, they brief the production house, then the commercial director of the production house makes a director's treatment storyboard. Director's board is a more precise storyboard on how the director envisioned the actual commercial, on what is the lighting, mood and tone of the commercial, the narrative of the storytelling, and what kind of emotions and dialogue delivery of the talent, and what are the kind of transitions to be used, and what kind of graphics and special effects to complement the whole story concept. The presentation of the director to the advertising agency is called a feasibility meeting. Here, the director discusses his visions and present the director's board to the advertising agency. Then, the ad agency will ask some questions. Then, the director will answer it and give suggestions. Here, it is important that the advertising agency and the production house are aligned to each other and have working agreements. The next step is called pre-production meeting or pre-prod or PPM. Here, the director discusses the details of the storyboard treatment of the commercial to the client. Then, upon approval of the client with the director's treatment, they will now discuss on the pre-prod meeting other details of the production, like the wardrobe of the talents, production design, and other logistics. Then, after that, all of the shoot preparations, creation of detailed shot lists, gathering of the proposed camera to use, and other equipment and crew. And now the production phase. This is the day of actual video shooting of the commercial. For me, I really enjoy the shooting process and directing the models or celebrities. I called it as #FunFun because after doing conceptualization, a lot of planning, and series of meetings, now it is time to execute my vision to come to life. The commercial director is the captain of the ship, so giving instructions and paying attention to detail is very important. And I use Canon camera for my video shoots. So why do I choose Canon? So here are my personal answers on why I love Canon cameras in general. Ease of use, user-friendly, excellent ergonomics. And Canon is very established here in the Philippines with good after-sales support with 3 years of warranty. And they have wide range of lenses. They have the EF lens, EFS lens, and their new and exciting RF lenses. And Canon has very nice colors out of camera. It is called the Canon Color Science. And Canon has high image quality for both photo and video. EOS R is one of Canon's latest full-frame mirrorless camera that can shoot 4K video resolution. And I'm very satisfied with the image quality and the ease of use of that camera. There is a feature called dual pixel autofocus wherein you will just touch the part of the LCD screen and it will follow focus. Here I will show you my sample digital video shoot with Solen Yusuf for a Christmas campaign. My role here is the director and DOP as well. I use the Canon EOS R camera on this shoot. Out ID. Okay, smiling muna sila. Sige, looking ka sa. Then, action! Playback na lang natin. See, the shoot is really fun. Even though I'm multitasking as the director and camera operator, I can focus more on the directing the emotions needed, the angle and the timing because the camera is doing its job. Here's my shoot with JM De Guzman. I'm directing him and showing the storyboard as guide of what I want to happen. So here on my shoot with Kim, I am cracking jokes for her to laugh and feel light and fun on our shoot. My tips on shooting is even though I am strict and paying attention to details, I want people to feel good and to have a positive vibes on the shoot. Because if we put too much pressure on the shoot, people will not function properly. So it is better to make it light and fun, especially when everything is already planned and prepared properly. So here is a sample that I am shooting 3 cameras and I am the operator of the 3 cameras. And how did I do it? It's because of Canon's dual pixel autofocus. Here I am shooting on a luxury yacht with models. Here are more samples of my video shoots. In shooting video, there is the 180-degree rule. This is to record video that contains natural movement. So example, if we choose 60 frames per second as the video setting, then we will choose 120 shutter speed. So for 24 frames per second times 2, that is 48. But there's no 48 in the shutter speed. We will choose 50 shutter speed. In controlling the aperture, it is same with photography. It depends on what effect you want to achieve. Bigger the opening, more depth of field. And narrower makes less background blur. Here's a video sample with great depth of field. I use an f1.8 lens. To achieve a cinematic and higher dynamic range of a digital video, we have to understand the aspect of picture profile. Canon cameras have different picture profiles such as standard, portrait, neutral, landscape. User definition is a custom profile. Here, I tweak the setting that works for me. So I reduce the sharpness, I reduce the contrast and saturation. C-Log is Canon's flat profile. It brings out more dynamic range to the image. I will show a sample that I did using different picture profiles that I use for video. So here, this is the standard picture profile. And this is the user definition. You will see there is more detail on the window. And this is the C-Log setting. See, more details at the outside window. And this is the C-Log picture profile with a bit of color grading. It is really important to have high quality video footage on our shooting because that will be the materials to be used on our post-production stage. Post-production stage is the editing process of the commercial video. In a smaller scale setup, example, the video shooter can also be the video editor of the commercial. Then he is also the one submitting the edited video material to the client for approval. In a larger scale or full-scale production, there is a step called offline edit. This is the initial rough cut of the video material. All the chosen footage will be stitched together to form an offline edit. There is no color grading, no special effects or animation. Even the title supers are just stand-in. The production house will have a meeting presentation to the advertising agency, and this is called the offline interlock. The ad agency and the production house should have agreements on the offline edit so that they can move on to another offline interlock meeting now with the client on board. The critical approval on the offline edit are the chosen footage. We can still change the footage with our other shot options. This will set the skeleton of the storytelling of the edited video. After the offline edit is approved by the client, we will proceed to the online editing. This is the stage wherein all the approved footage on the edit will be enhanced. By color correction and color grading, we will add animation and special effects. In short, online editing is the stage wherein we beautify the commercial, making it glossy to have a high production value. Then again, the production house will have a presentation to the advertising agency, and this is called the online interlock. Again, when the ad agency and the production house already have agreements on the online edit, guess what's next? It is the online interlock meeting with the client. On a real-world situation, sometimes there are still minor revisions on the online edit stage. And finally, when the client approves the online edit, we are very happy and that is success. And we will prepare the video material for the final release. So some people may thought that shooting is all there is, but the pre-production and post-production stage are also very important to have a successful digital video commercial. If I did it, you can do it also. So to recap, there is the client brief, pre-production, production, post-production, then the final release of the video material. So sometimes if you lack inspiration or ideas, remember what Paul Smith said, that you can find inspiration in everything. And if you can't, look again. Here's another words of wisdom from our friend Albert Einstein. Imagination is more important than knowledge. And this is also one of my favorite quotes. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you are right. That is from Henry Ford. So keep on learning and practicing. By doing things repeatedly, we become better. Even me, I am still practicing, learning new skills, new equipment. Learning is a never-ending process. So guys, I hope I gave you some value and guidance on your commercial video production journey. Remember that you can connect with me on my social media accounts, you can visit my website, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So once again, I am Lambert Pangilinan, aka Direk Lambert. From the bottom of my heart, thank you everyone for watching. Maraming salamat po.